Alright, we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. It's Brando Linick here, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my experience and a little bit of insight when it comes to Tony Robbins and his absolute most famous book, well, one of the most famous books he has out there, which is Unleash the Power Within, and also his audio book. Alright, you can listen to the audio. I've done both. I read the book and listened to the audio. And guys, I'll just tell you, when I was working as a baker in a restaurant a year and a half ago, I'd been trying to build a broken business on the internet for like 2.5 years. I tried all the tactics, all the strategies, all the techniques, and I was failing at it miserably, like literally failing flat on my face. It wasn't like for 2.5 years, I was just kind of sitting on my butt trying to do something. And when I say try and do something, like socializing on Facebook, I know a lot of people, when it comes to like an internet business, they're like, I'm working, but they're actually like socializing and doing different things. I was actually working and learning things, but when I was taking action, I literally never made a dime, and I never saw a result for 2.5 years. And I stumbled across a lot of principles. I stumbled across like law of attraction. I stumbled across motivational speakers like Les Brown. And then I stumbled across Tony Robbins. And what he shared was very, very profound when I was reading his books and listening to his audios. And he shared the concept of your best thinking has achieved your best results, right? And I realized when he shared that, all right, within the power within, all right, when you unleash the power within it, within his audiobook, all right, and inside his book, when he shared that, he talked about the reticular activating system and how, when you associate yourself around the 5 people that you hang out the most, and let's say your 5 friends are broke, well, you're going to be the 6th one, and on a subconscious level, your RAS, your reticular activating system, it's going to pick up on that, and you're going to form a habit that will not allow you to tap into your greater power. It won't allow you, and in his other book, Awaken the Giant Within, it won't allow you to really awaken your own giant within yourself to step into the higher power that you have. And when it came to that, when I got that, and I got that concept of really your paradigm and really your perspective on reality, and how you really at the end of the day are the one that is producing your results, whether you like it or not. It's just a matter of changing your habits, all right? It's your habitual patterns that you've set yourself up, and subconsciously, all right, it's been programmed into your RAS. Consciously, you're not even aware of it. And I realized that why I was failing in my business for 2.5 years was because I didn't feel worthy, all right? I didn't feel like I could unleash the power within myself. I didn't feel like I could step into my greater power. I saw people doing it, all right, and it got me pumped up and excited all the time, but at the end of the day, when it came back to me, I didn't believe I was worthy. I didn't believe I could create those results. And when I stumbled across these principles that Tony shares, what ended up happening was I started to reprogram my subconscious mind by creating a habitual pattern every day, getting up in the morning. Tony always talks about changing your physiology, all right, because if you change your physiology, all right, instead of doing like an affirmation where you say, I'm happy, or I'm excited, all right, instead of saying that, or I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, right, instead of doing that, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to be able to actually change your physiology. You have to get up, you have to move, you have to change your physiology to change your mindset. Literally, it programs your brain in a different way, because when you're exercising, you focus, right? And when you're exercising, when you change your physiology, your energy goes, or where your focus goes, your energy flows. So what I did was I took these principles in the book and I started to apply them every morning. Instead of getting up in the morning and grueling how painful it was to get to work, and what I was projecting out into the world and the universe, I was getting tenfold back. It was kind of funny. I would just imagine myself and how horrible the day would be when I got up. I hit the alarm clock 3 times to sleep in for an extra 5 minutes. Don't know if you can relate. And I would imagine how horrible it would be. And so I changed that to imagining how awesome it was going to be, and how I was going to quit my job in the next like 120 days. How I was going to do it in 120 days. And I started to imagine and repeat this self to myself using my 5 senses, which Tony talks about: smell, taste, touch, hear, feel, all right, your senses. I started to use everything, and I'm a kinesthetic person, so I started to imagine and visualize and taste, smell, touch, and hear all the sensory mechanisms that were going on, that I was imagining myself quitting my job. And at first I didn't believe I could do it, but practicing that every day in the morning, all right, the morning is essential. Every single morning I would practice it, and I started to believe the second week a little bit more. The third week I started to believe more. The third week in, I believed with absolute faith, all right, because I formed a habit out of it in 21 days. I was able to program my subconscious mind to believe with absolute faith and on a conscious level that I could build a business online. You know what I did? It's funny, when you believe something, all right, you will take the right actions regardless of if you know the right actions or not. Your mind is like a servo mechanism. It's like a missile. It's like a heat-seeking missile. It will find the target and move around its path to get there. It's like a rocket going to the moon. It has to adjust its correlation while it's heading there. All right, your mind is like that. When you believe you can get to your end destination, you'll adjust the course. So I started to take action month after month. I started to try different things out, test things out. And it took me like 2 months after that point, after I believed I could do it, to stumble across a mentor who was willing to show me what they're doing to build a six-figure income business. I began to implement exactly what they're doing, all right, without chasing friends and family, without doing anything crazy, because they're traveling and living a life of their dream, building a business part-time online, 6 figures in the bank. And I began to model and implement what they're doing. 3 months later, I created a full-time income business working part-time, just over my 120-day mark of actually being able to do it. I was able to quit my job September 12, 2014. Haven't worked a job since then, and I would highly recommend, if you haven't yet even seen anything when it comes to Tony Robbins' events or Unleash the Power Within or even Awaken the Giant. I have a book over there of his, and I have actually the audio cassette on my computer here. I would highly recommend you do it. And I'm not affiliated with him, but I would highly recommend you look into it, because it wasn't until I tapped into that I was able to unleash my inner badass, and I was able to quit my job, and I haven't looked back since then. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Taking these principles and concepts and applying them in your own form and fashion can definitely work for you. I guess out of anything, I was just very consistent, and I decided to form a habit and an outcome and a goal. So set a goal for yourself and form new habits every day that will help you get to your goal. There's going to be obstacles in the way. It's going to be hard and difficult, but you can definitely do it. And if you'd like to learn more about how I was able to build a business and income online, if you're coachable, trainable, you want to learn to get around the same community of people I've been able to quit your job or just do more of what you want to do when you want to do it, connect with me on my site. The link is down below. It's 123marketingtips.com, and I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.